Master Hellish here, and welcome to a Geek Talk Techie Chatty Newsy thing. That'll do. In this episode we're going to have a look at some of the techie things that are going on in the news and stuff at the moment. First of all, Google Glass. Every now and then we hear a little bit more about the Google Glass project. Bits here, information there, stats and releases and so forth. Love it or hate it, if you're not at least intrigued, lose 10 geek points. In my opinion, if people are daft enough to strap smartphones to their arms whilst jogging, then they can't really complain about wearing glasses that look slightly different. To me, it all boils down to whether they're actually going to be useful in day-to-day life. If they're going to be handy and helpful and help me connect with the things that I want to connect with and find the information I want to find whilst out and about, great. If not, then what's the point? So I think we'll have to see how useful they really are and whether they are just a faddy techie thing. Moving on! Consoles next, and we have finally heard the last of the main announcements from all the major console manufacturers. Not too long ago, Sony gave us the main details about the PS4, brings everybody into a line, and now we know a good deal about most of the next generation consoles. Before we move on to the proper consoles, let's talk about the Wii. Well, current owners of the Wii have their Lego, PS3 and Xbox 360 owners have their Lego Technic. It feels recently that the Nintendo have come along and taken the Lego off the Wii owners and given them Duplo. If you don't get that, lose 10 geek points. Last time, Sony made a high-powered console with lots of new features that were untried and untested, and the public didn't necessarily know much about per se, didn't want to commit, and it had a hefty price tag because of this new tech. In some ways, it was technologically ahead of what the public was ready for, and a lot of people opted for the cheaper Xbox. However, with this generation of consoles, it does look like so far Microsoft has just annoyed everybody. The most that people seem to be annoyed about are the pre-owned areas and a few of the must-be online so forths. But check out the videos, they're all online for all the exact details. But the thing that annoys me the most is their inherently inconsistent numbering system. It sends my OCD crazy. With Sony's PlayStation, you knew where you were. PlayStation, brilliant. PlayStation 2, better. PlayStation 3, we are improving. PlayStation 4 must be the best. Yes? So what about the Xbox? Well, here's the Xbox. Brilliant. You've got a product, you've called it something. Funny name, but whatever. You know, I used to call it the brick box, but never mind. Next comes the Xbox 360. Well, hang on a minute. Okay, it's not quite right. It's an advancement, you've added some numbers. It's a circle, 360 circle, or full circle. Maybe it's the next circle, the full circle, the next generation of console. Okay, maybe that works. It's not ideal. And now we've got the new generation. So we're looking for the Xbox 720? No, we're not going another generation, another circle, another revolution. The Xbox One. So, is that one past the first one? Or just the first one again? But that was just Xbox. But, so... I think quite possibly they've been letting some work experience kids make too many decisions around the Microsoft Office. Whilst I haven't yet had time to watch the stream of the latest PS4 announcement, you can't help but not notice the headlines on all the techie websites. It's going to be 80 quid cheaper than the Xbox. What's that, $100 or something like that? Great, Sony. What's that? And you're going to let us just swap our games and just pre-owned stuff. Cool. Is this a company learning from its mistakes and actually listening to the customers? It sounds like Sony might be doing that. And if that's the case, I think it's a good direction for the company. I would definitely buy a console for a company that's listening to the audience and giving us what we want rather than saying, have this. Have what? No, this. Can I do this? No. Oh. There are some things you can't and can't do. There's positives and negatives on both consoles, but at the moment, the PS4 is looking very much like the console to be watching. So, let's see how the next few weeks pans out, look and see how things come up to launch. And maybe if we do one of these sorts of videos again, we can get some more information about what's going on. If Sony are learning from their mistakes and listening to their customers, then there's certainly a company that could learn from them. Recently, EA was voted the worst company in America for the 2nd year running. Now there's a company that's just got its fingers in his and pretending, I'm not in. Oh no, no, it's right, no, launch was fine. No, it's your end, reinstall, it's okay. It seems that they're hard to sell and not really giving customers what they want and not giving them the support that they want are really ticking off a lot of people. I don't buy games from EA very much anymore. Not very often, mainly because Origin annoys the crap out of me. Other things like Steam feels like a service, it feels like a community, it feels like you're actually being brought on a journey where you feel included and comfortable. Origin just makes you feel like you're going to a camp and you will do what you're told, and if you don't like it, well, you're paying anyway. Although the main reason I don't buy games from EA at the moment is because whenever I do, I feel dirty. I feel like I'm unclean and I shouldn't have done it. And it's like every time I buy a game from EA, an indie developer dies somewhere. Well, there we go. There's some of my ramblings about some of the geeky and techie things in the news at the moment. If you want to see more of this sort of geeky, techie news chat talk back thing, like the video. If we get enough likes, I'll do some more of this sort of thing. Thank you very much for watching the video. Give yourself 10 geek points, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Should I just do the whole thing like this?